Greetings to everyone watching today. For what we will be talking about today is what has happened with Royals Church for the past years, for when we first started up, and for with what has happened with in regards to what they have visioned, with what they have tried to help with other people who are wanting to follow within the same journey to become like them, and for also to see of how much of their history has actually helped with many others from who have been wanting to become like them, people who want to learn a lot more about how God helps, not only through with the senior pastors and many others who are the leaders, but for all the information that I'm going to be telling to you today is also to show of how much it does also share of change within lives. So for today, with what I'm going to be explaining to you is how much that Royals Church, with its history and many other things, have actually become to help many others around Cairns and also within the Tablelands. So for the first information I'm going to tell you is in regards to the pastors that run with both churches. So for the senior pastors is Pastors Fitrit Jaffa and Adam Jaffa as well. Now, for those of you who have never met these ones, they're actually such really inspirational seniors and pastors to be not only explaining the word, but they also help with in regards to how much of how you have the opportunity to even try and get yourself to understand a lot more, and also to get yourself in a start point for the change of your life whenever you're wanting to even get yourselves on a road that you know should be the right road for you. And the ones that are helping them within the Mareeba campus is also for Pastors Jeff Jaffa and also Pastor's wife, Vicky Jaffa. Now, also, for those of you who may not know, with what Pastor Jeff and Pastor Adam have in common, they're actually as brothers who helped one another. And if it hadn't been for Pastor Adam, with how much he has changed his brother's life, trust me, if he can change his brother's life, he can do the same for you as he has also done for me. So with what I would explain for you, don't hold back. It's actually it's such an inspirational thing for you to try to even not only engage into, but it's a life change. Even when you're going through dark moments, it's such a good life change. So in regards to the history of how Pastor Adam has been running in regards to when he first started church along within the past years, was Pastor Adam, along with his wife, Pastor Fitrit, pioneered Royals Church to be also not only for as a church but also as a college. They also pioneered Royals Care, and they also, within 30 years of ministry experience, has also his passion has also has always been wanting to see souls and lives changed around, which is not only for what has happened with me, but it can do the same for you, and also trying to raise up the future generation to help them a lot more with what they can do for within themselves. Now, with what they have had for their vision is so much of an inspiration itself, like so powerful for you to think about. The vision for Royals Church is all about what we have as a glorious gathering for all of Royals revelations, and also for that forges kings and yields servants. So in other words, with how I would also take this, is that it's not only in regards to how you see for yourself, but also with what he can see from within you that God has created you to become, is also as another way of saying with what you believe God has created you to be as a purpose to help to serving him within his church, or even with whichever church you go to, that you feel comfortable with, and you identify what you are feeling within yourself is what you have been created from God to be for you. So if you're getting a little bit confused about that, it's like, for example, with me, I love doing dancing. And for me, I also help at times with teaching dancing for the disability community. And with me, with my inspiration of how much that I have been as an example living with disabilities, but also showing how much it changes their lives when they add two special things into themselves by identifying their favorite hobby and their favorite music as an example to merge together. It keeps them positive. And that was also mentioned within one of my previous assessments as well. Now, what we're going to move on to next is also onto the missions. The missions for Royals Church is that the Sundays rows become, so within the midweek, those rows will become circles, and to see them all over the city. And not only that, but also a place where anyone can come to connect with God and each other. And that is all about in regards to not only fellowship and not only in regards to how you can pretty much see of who you like to not only meet, but also to also start to connect with more people and also start to have a lot more fellowship with one another and even a lot more of inclusion with one another around the circle. That's what this is also about, and that's one of the missions they have been working on for quite some time, for the past, I think they've even been doing it for the past 2 to 3 years or so, but it's actually quite a good thing to help you with. Now, in regards to what we have for the values, there are quite a fair bit of them. So for the first one that I'm going to be explaining to you about the values is honour. Honour is one of the main ones that you also really see for within yourself of who you are honouring and why you're honouring within yourself through the Spirit within to God to see of how much He does for you. With also belonging. So there is many ways of how you could even look this up about in regards to how Royals Church have. There's on their websites on royalschurch.com.au. And the next one is about generosity. Of course, we all know about generosity as like it's not only you caring about yourself. It's when you see some people who are in desperate need, you also give yourself in towards them to help them with a lot more of what they can actually try to not only overcome, but also at times when they actually are in need of some stuff, and then you just really see and want to connect into them a lot more, and you give them the information that they need. Sorry, just bear with me for 1 second. Just got to go back for one page for a minute. And there was also excellence, creativity, and stewardship, and also progress. Now, within regards to the next information I'm going to tell you is in regards to ministries. So there's quite a fair bit, but it's actually going to be kind of hard to inform everyone about it. So with what it is, they have men's ministries, they have ladies ministry, they also have a youth ministry, they have dance ministry, which started just about a couple of years ago. They have also now got deaf ministry that has been running with them from the first day they first started. They also have music ministry, and they also have kids ministry. Now, with what they do for Sunday services, this is the one most important thing you need to think about in regards to what they do for Sunday services, is they not only do praise and worship, but with what they also do is they lean into learning about giving. They also lean in a lot more towards about learning how to do communion. They also lean in, and also they even with the little Royals, they give because of Royals Church, that's the name of the Sunday school. But no matter of what church you're from, it's also the same sort of thing. The kids who are even wanting to learn as a start point, they can go to Sunday school of whichever church you go to. That way they actually can start to understand not only within their mindsets, but also in regards to how much of the mental understanding for them to get them on the start level. That's how much it does help the little, for the kids to understand a lot more. Now also not only that, but when you are leaning into the Word of God is the most important thing that really changes lives. Now, in regards to the last thing I'm going to be explaining about is also for the circles. Now, with what they do for the circles within this church is so powerful. Circles was created to make a group of people in different ages, not only to share, but also what they got from the Word of God on the Sunday services, and also shows the flowing within them of how much it has changed them. So the 4 main important parts here is not only that you come, but you connect, you also care, and not only that, but you celebrate with what God does within you. So God bless you all, and thank you very much for watching this video. And I would really encourage you not to only look into with how much this has changed lives a lot for people around you, but it can also change for many people who you think that you can see who really needs it. God bless you all, and thank you very much for listening in. I hope you really enjoyed this presentation, and it really means a lot to me that not only are you supporting me, and not only are you supporting others with disabilities, but it also is such an inspiration that you really try to do your best to even help people that you can see are in the desperate need of the help when they are down in the darkest moments in their lives. I've gone through with that experience myself, and trust me, it is a rough journey, but it is the right thing to do. God bless you all, and thank you very much for listening in, and I really appreciate you watching this video. Thank you very much. From Ben Stella, God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.